By the end of this video, I'm going to show you the best and easiest way to shop for a mortgage interest rate in any market. I originally started this video teaching you how to calculate your affordability, DTI, LTV ratios, and etc. But I realized that was way too complicated. So here's the easiest way to shop for the best deal. Make sure to watch the whole video because I'm going to share with you how I would look for the best deal. I'll also show you how to write the email to request a quote and a really valuable pro tip at the end. So first, you want to figure out what the average interest rate is in the marketplace. The best way to do that is to go to the website Mortgage News Daily. All right, so here's the website Mortgage News Daily. It's mortgagenewsdaily.com. And what you want to do is click on mortgage rates. And once you click on it, you want to do right here, compare rates from local lenders. And what this is doing is there's a few lenders that are participating and publishing some rates. So once this loads up, all right, now, so this loaded up. And the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are selecting the right loan purpose, purchase or refinance, the loan term that you want, 30-year fixed or whatever you're looking for, the state you're buying the property in, the purchase price for your property or the value of your home if you're refinancing, the down payment percentage if you are purchasing a home, what you think your credit score is, and click on this more option right here. Now here, depending if you're looking to do an FHA because your credit score is a little low or your DTI is too high, or if you're thinking about doing a VA loan, one thing is you can click on these, but the one thing is to make sure to select 0 points. Okay. Now this is just for the purpose of shopping around. It's not for the purpose of if you're deciding to buy down points later down the road. So just for shopping around, select 0 points. Okay, the rate lock period. Now this is going to depend on how long you think it's going to take to finish your loan process. So that means that you already have a ratified contract, or maybe you're trying to build a house. How long is it going to take from that point of you starting the loan process to you closing? So if you're starting to build a house and it's going to take 6 months, well, you might look for something that's more than 60 days of rate lock. Or just see, hey, you're willing to start the loan application and lock the rate around the 45-day mark. But in any case, what I would do is just select 30 days. It gives a good ballpark for everybody. Okay. And what it does is, for the slow lenders that you really don't want, it's going to push them out, and then you're just going to really focus on the 30-day locks. Now, property type, single family, is it a condo? Is it a multi-unit or a townhome? Make sure you select that. And then the property type, make sure or the property use, make sure is it a primary residence, a second home, or what we also call a vacation home, or an investment property. So once you do that, update lenders. Now it's going to pull up a few lenders that's participating in this program to advertise rates. What you want to do is you want to select the middle rate. Okay. Now we have 4 lenders here, so you can select either a 7.375 or a 6.875 for the 0 points. I'm going to select the 6.875. Now, the reason why I'm picking the middle rate is because what I've learned from doing some secret shopping is that some of these companies are not publishing the real rate that's available. This is highly illegal, but that's for another day. So in this example, it's the 6.875, 30 years fixed for this scenario. Now, remember, this isn't the rate you're going to go for. What we're trying to do is figure out who has the best deal, AKA good service plus the lowest rate. So once you've selected on the middle rate, I'm going to now go look for some local lenders or brokers. What I'm going to do is I would go to either Google or Zillow to look them up, or just ask me if you're shopping in any of the states that we're licensed in. If you didn't know, here are the states that we're licensed in. Okay, so back to the tip. What I'll be looking for are a couple of things. Now, first thing I'm going to be checking is, do they have fairly positive reviews? So taking a look here, at our company, 122 reviews, 5 stars. But second, what I'm going to do is looking up the negative reviews and see how the company responded to them. So, from here on the Google reviews, I'm going to go to the lowest and see what the lowest is, right? And then see, is it a generic response in terms of how the negative review was, how the company responded to the negative review, or is it an intentional, purposeful, a genuine response to the client because they were dissatisfied with an experience that they had with the company. So you can see here, we had a negative review and this is how we responded. So, that's one of the things that you want to see. Like, is it genuine, or is it just an automated response to a negative review because they got a negative review and nobody really cares about it? So that's one thing that you want to look for. And then third is when you go back to the reviews, read the positive reviews and see, does it relate to what's important to you? You know, is speed important to you? Is communication style important to you? Is it patience and walking you through and educating you through the process? Is that important to you? Is it all important to you or not? So that's something that you got to figure out and see, does that resonate with you when you're reading the reviews? Now, again, highlighting traits that's valuable to you is important because you're going to be working with this person quite often for at least 30 to 60 days. So you want to make sure that you get along with that individual. Once I've identified at least 3 mortgage loan originators, I'm going to be emailing them a specific request. So here's the email that I would write. First, the email subject line is going to say mortgage rate quote request. Now, the body of the email is going to read as follows. Hello, I'm currently in the market of purchasing a home and interviewing a few lenders. I came across your name in, you can insert Google or Zillow, and was impressed by the reviews that you received. Can you provide me a detailed rate quote for the following scenario? I like to see what the points and lender credits are for the rate. Please make sure to email me your quote tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Now, I'm going to share with you the pro tip why that's important. So then next in the email body is purchase price, whatever your purchase price is, loan amount, whatever you're deciding after the down payment if you're buying a home, and then loan term, what you're deciding to do. Is it a 30-year fixed, 15, 20, whatever you're looking for? And then loan type, is it a conventional, VA, FHA? So you got to pick what you want. And then lock days. How many days do you need to lock this rate to make sure that you get this loan done in time? Credit score. So what's, input your credit score. Property type. Is it a single family, townhouse, condo, multi-unit? Make sure you disclose that. Occupancy type. Is it a primary residence, second or a vacation home? Is it an investment property? The property zip code. So do you want points? I would say for this exercise, no points because you're just trying to figure out what's the best deal. Lender credit. So no lender credit or a specific amount that you want. So now that's pretty much the gist of the email. So here's the pro tip. The reason why you want the quote to be sent to you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time is because most lenders reset their rates between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern time every weekday. This way, you receive your quotes with fresh rates all at the same time and are comparing apples to apples because rates can and do change a few times throughout the day. Now, once you've received the quote, there are a few things that you're going to be looking for. First, at the high level, did they get the loan structure correctly? Meaning, is the loan term, loan amount, purchase price, all that stuff, is it correct from your request? Second, did they quote the rate you requested? 6.875? If not, throw it in the trash can. Next, you want to compare the discount points and lender credits quoted for the rate. Some will have either one or the other. Some will have both. So the best financial deal for the rate will be the quote that has a larger lender credit compared to the discount points charged for the rate requested. For example, the first quote can have $1,000 in lender credit and $0 in discount points. The second quote can have $0 in lender credit and $500 in discount points. And the third quote can have $1,500 in lender credit and $1,000 in discount points. In these examples, the best quote for the 6.875 30-year fix is the first quote because when we minus the discount points from the lender credit, the net is the largest. It's $1,000. A side note, the lender credit will sometimes be displayed as a negative number. Now remember that title fees, property taxes, escrow are not determined by the lender, and that's why we're not focusing on any of those figures. None of the lenders would have any accurate figures for these fee sections, and quite frankly, these are the areas a lot of shady lenders try to trick borrowers from thinking that they are competitive. And what they're doing is they're decreasing the numbers for these areas because they know that once you start with them, it'll be too much trouble to switch lenders during the middle of the entire loan process. Now that you've identified the best quote, schedule a call to confirm that the loan originator is what the review says they are. Sometimes it's the team and not the lender. Also, if you want to figure out what you qualify for, you'll need to learn some basic mortgage math. So check out my video on how to easily calculate your DTI, LTV, and income. Thanks again for watching. Have a blessed day.